sent it to you on Discord.
Ooh. Is there a picture of that or something? Oh.
No.
Wait, but
If I ever like slightly chuckle as I read it, and there'd be anything that I kind of get a bit more serious. And then yeah, as I kind of finish reading, I kind of wrap it up again, and then Chris, if I say I said it a lot, are you gonna delete the message on Discord?
Yes. You
You
ask.
Alright, trying to print screen. And then, I know. Let me look at it again.
photographic memory.
Okay, I burn it.
You burn it.
No, can I have one more second? I burn it. Alright.
You're like trying to read the last of it as it is consumed by flames.
Yeah, that's very fast until he burns in real life.
Yeah, he like reads like the first side of it. He's like starts burning it and realizes there's text on the back.
Fucking have the message
No, I'm
in. I have
kidding.
no
I'm
doubt
kidding,
your
I'm
character's
kidding.
memory is
Look
better
at
than
yours.
yours.
Yeah, who knows? Alright, anyway. So as I finished burning it, I turned to the other two and I'm like, so the Starties, I guess you could say impressed by how much we managed to spend, how many weapons we now have. But nevertheless, I kind of make my voice a bit more quiet after that. And, like, he's making it even more clear that we really can't afford to let the Horde know what their Scythemen are trying to accomplish in Lordaeron. I agree that the current route, I think, is actually the easiest, and I agree Shallan is probably the least danger, but I am worried about if we were captured. It would be, well, not just our lives who would be in, or would be forfeit, probably.
I plan on not getting captured.
Yeah, that plus we have are just as likely to be caught almost anywhere else or killed.
But if it's further east and near Underhall and the Highland and the Plague Lands, that will not be us being caught by the Horde. That would be us being caught by the Scourge, who would not use that information.
Oh, but correct me if I'm wrong, but even though this mission is quite ordinary for us, it is pretty standard, all things considered. Turn to enemy lands and gather information, pretty much. I'm not sure how much information we actually would have to give.
Remember, the Horde and the Alliance, we're not actually like meant to be against each other right now, right? Like, we still have like a kind of...
And that's the other thing, is like we do still have a chance to at least talk our way out of it.
No, like
with the Horde.
Would the few of us are coming here for, just to chat to them?
Especially considering we have a warden with us. Tensions rise high.
We just wanted to run the Scarlet Monastery a few times, guys.
Transmogrants.
Transmog run to Scarlet Monastery. What's wrong with that?
I have to say, I know your point, Shallan, and I see why taking the offline does seem like probably the easy route, but I think I would prefer to.
I think easiest and safest.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying, my point of view, I would rather take the route to, yes, actually Darimir Lake, but we are probably would do this all together, so Shallan, that is your choice. I would rather take that. Talia, do you have a preference either one, or do you even have a third route you personally prefer?
So let me get this straight, just so I can get it in my head as a DM before Talia answers her preferred route. So the options you guys are weighing are to go... Okay, so basically either way, you could head south out of Airy Peak and then like along the valley up through Chillwind Pass, because that's the only real way of getting into the Plague Lands. And then the question
Either way, we go to Chillwind Camp first.
Yeah, and then the question is, do you go
West of
Take the
Andor.
south route, yeah, through the uplands before crossing the road to get into North Tirisfal Glades, or do you cross the road while still in the Plague Lands and then head west through sort of through the northern Plague Lands?
Okay, and like I would say, like if needed, I would go like real far north, like and go around.
Okay,
like,
I'm just getting.
I do like north a lot better than south.
Like even going near like Crusade Outpost, I guess. Like that far north.
Really doing a Scarlet Monastery run. I see how it is.
Like I'd rather take no risk and be here for months. Like you know.
Theater Outpost, where's that?
That's just above the A and between the A and L, north of it on the Tirisfal, like where it says Tirisfal.
Like they can't, you know, guard the bulwark all the way, like you know, to the edge of the ocean. Like.
Yeah. But those mountains, like around the Scarlet Monastery and stuff, are pretty high. Well, I mean, this is Game Talk, so I don't.
I mean, on the map,
like anything basically without a hint of green in it, unless there's a road, is unpassable. So like the Hearthden Hills, all that stuff would be like if it's sort of brownish with green, it's passable, but it'll be slow going.
Yeah, that's what like the ones near the outposts are like the. I mean,
so like where it says Venom Web Vale and stuff, that's passable.
Like,
where it says Hearthden Hills, that would not be.
But I'm thinking around there, like the Venom Web Vale part, like the part of that that's like just north, like straight north of the Bulwark Walk, like that would be much harder to patrol, right? Because it is like slightly mountainous. So,
the same is true south in the uplands because it's the same.
Yeah,
color.
but the uplands do take us like nearer.
True, closer to the Undercity, which is still again 75-ish miles away.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah.
Like I do. I'm not saying I think the chance of getting captured is high. I just think like my character would rather we got captured by the Scourge. So it might have to be like, oh, there's like a 10% chance you get captured there by the Horde, or like a 20% chance you get captured there by a Scourge. I'd rather take the 20% chance you get captured by a Scourge. So they still unlikely.
If it's a 10% being captured by the Horde, or a 50% chance of being caught by the.
Yeah, then I might say the Horde, but I don't think the chance is that high of being captured by a Scourge. I think it's higher, but I don't think it's that much higher. I think it's the way it's quite small.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna scratch in my head and say, looking at this map, it does seem that Forsaken are kind of centered towards the south of the Blades. It would imply heading from the north be a better solution. The Plague Land's kind of, not gonna lie, uninhabitable and undefensible for years, decades even. If our goal is to be only within the Tirisfal Glades for a couple of weeks, I would side with Shallan and say taking a safer path that would get us closer to our objectives is probably for the best.
Okay, very well. We will take that route. And then I kind of like.
And again, we can always reassess when we reach Chillwind camp, and we kind of get maybe more information from them on any.
Yeah, we can always ask for like troop activities and how.
If it looks like the Horde is pushing really hard from the Undercity towards the Bulwark right now, that's going to be a much worse option. So.
Yeah. But for now, we will plan for that. And I kind of roll up the map and say, but for now, let us get some sleep so we can leave at dawn.
And then we roll the die on our fortunes.
Okay. So you guys finish your meal, get a night's sleep in the rather squalid accommodations offered at Airy Peak.
Sure, we'll see some worse places before the end.
And then in the morning, you set off. You pass the rest of the way down out of Airy Peak into the Hinterlands Valley, and then turn and take the road. Or I guess follow the river, since there isn't a road marked on this map. And I think about it, I think there isn't one in game. A long hike round to Chillwind Pass. And it is, at least this stage of the journey, slow going. You end up following the river. It does, the path along the side of the river does present the easiest route of travel. But there are frequent times, more so than I guess you'd like in terms of making haste, when you have to take a wide detour to get around a sort of tall waterfall, which takes minutes or even hours out of your journey time at points. And where's my dice? Where are my dice? Oh wait, my D&D.
Oh, we're rolling for danger.
We'll only see how far.
I knew this was going to happen.
No, I hate random encounters.
What?
I straight out stolen his. You remember his old, his safe, very safe, unsafe rolls.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we did the hash or the pound S and stuff. I've straight stolen that shit.
You stole my shit?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Good. I'm glad it's getting used. A lot of effort in developing so many things with our Chris March's campaigns, which never even got used.
And then, do you remember the magic item, the bullshit monk double bonus action one?
Yeah.
As long as they're different. I have that basically stolen.
That's one of the best it's simple,
really
but it's one of the best magic items I've come up with in terms of facilitating gameplay.
They got it in the middle of my monk got it in the middle of a dungeon where I rolled randomly for a whole bunch of shit that would be in the dungeon, right? It's a big dungeon. And everything so far has been like, oh yeah, you take damage when you melee attack something. So he's like punching the shit out of everything, only to like knock himself unconscious.
Reflects damage elite packs.
Yeah, it was black puddings followed by a flame elemental and like 3 things in a row.
Oozes.
It was I wanted to say Charmander, but that's not the word I was looking for. It's salamander. Big old salamander with the spear. That was a fun fight. Anyway.
Okay.
It hurts when you punch a salamander?
Yeah, the salamander's basically like every hit against it does fire damage, and when it hits you, it also deals fire damage.
Bullshit.
And it's immune to fire.
That's me. That would make sense. Otherwise, it would punch itself out.
Yeah, so I had it basically coming out of the lava. It was pretty sweet. They're in the lava cavern.
Dude, through the entrance. Does it have some sick music accompanying it? Does it enter
I never
the
do music on my campaigns. Can't be asked.
Alright, well, what are you doing with your dice, Chris?
Preparing to
rolling an encounter for you.
Wait, so it's gonna be an encounter?
No, it's in rolling to determine if there will be an encounter, but like at the same time I did roll an encounter, so that's literally what I was doing.
We don't get to roll like
an encounter.
Maybe we're really good at avoiding encounters.
Because Squid's a nice DM.
No, he's not. Nice DMs don't cancel their campaigns halfway through.
Wow. Jesus, called out.
That's why I'm not a nice DM.
But up until then, it was a great campaign.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't say it was a bad DM. I said it wasn't a nice one.
Okay, give me
He's a good DM.
second. I just need to get myself up a map real quick.
Oh yeah, Chris watches. Squid watches these, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's probably
because I've
watching.
rolled so many crits against them. So bad. Luckily, one of them has adamantine armor, and she's negated like 8 crits against her.
Adamantine does that? I'm learning so much.
Makes you immune to crits. Yeah.
But Chris, can I get some adamantine armor?
Twice in a row by the black pudding, which is like 48 additional acid damage normally. So it'd be 8d8 acid damage. So basically she would have straight up died, but instead she was still walking after both hits. And then her
we don't need the Iron Forge music anymore, do we? I mean, as much as I'm enjoying it.
They got crit. Oh, it was the Warlock. The Warlock got crit and went from full HP to almost one shot because of a crit by the Black Pudding as well.
Do you roll in roll 20? Or? It's not like you roll the dice outside of the view and. Like...
Yeah, so that's why. Like, I would roll them in real life, and they're like, "Dude, there's no way you roll this many crits." I'm like, "Fine, roll 20 it is." Like, for now on, everything is in roll 20, and I still do this the same number, and they hate it. Except for, like, the one time I had them face, like, they just leveled up, and so I decided not to increase the level of the encounter that they were about to do. So they just steamrolled these trees.
And
like,
let me guess, then they were like, "Ah, silly DM, we're so strong. What encounter is this even?"
Yeah, exactly.
And you had the point.
Because that's what you do as a player. I get it.
You bastards.
Yeah.
Okay, and then let me just put this all on the map there. Sorry, I'm just getting up a map real quick. We'll probably be able to reuse this one at some point.
Nice.
Using art assets. What is this, Dragon Ball Super?
Well, it's a fucking super nice map. It's like that shot of Goku jumping around on the rocks to avoid Kefla's thing. So, you know, like, it's definitely gonna. Okay, now to find
Probably
something.
play that music now.
They find something vaguely approximate to what I'm looking for in.
I have enjoyed Dragon Ball Super's music a lot. Fucking hype guitars and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty good.
By the way, was anyone else confused? But why did? So I know it's because he apparently had used too much energy. But like, why Goku's back exploded?
Because they wanted you to think that Frieza had attacked them, because that's what everyone was waiting to happen.
Right.
Also, yeah, I mean, I guess the explanation is he was God and then he was mortal, and that took a lot of strain on his body.
Being there,
Right.
you know, being there.
It's very again. It's the whole back exploding thing. I'm like, why, of all the places.
It's like no, because it's been established that the back is where you turn Super Saiyan. So obviously
right.
that's
Yeah, that is where the energy comes from.
that's where the energy comes.
Oh, what are you watching, Alex?
When you have too much energy, it explodes.
Oh, it sounds very intense. Oh no.
Fucking Alice every time.
Yeah, but then
Who's Alice?
Sister, I think.
No. Your future GF.
Okay, I don't have like even something approximately close, so we're just gonna use this token, and you guys are gonna have to pretend they're not nearly this cute.
Oh,
Okay.
already.
Instead of
You guys are gonna feel real bad about this killing.
Especially when I send my giant tiger to just rip its head off. Oh shit! I need to.
You have a tiger?
Oh,
Oh, the summon tiger. Yeah. It's not like.
now that I know that thing is fucking broken, yeah, I'm gonna summon that all the time.
I was just wondering if I'd forgotten about the tiger following us our party like the entire time. But you're not a hunter.
No, I didn't want to do fucking. God damn it, Google! Why do you do this shit?
Oh, you guys might not even find it. It's possible.
We just run away. Oh, we could befriend them because they're so cute.
That would be amazing. Thank you. You're great, Alice. So great.
Hey Ian,
Yeah?
isn't Alice just great?
Isn't she great? She's making me dinner.
Wow.
By
Pretty
ordering
great.
pizza.
Nah.
She's your older, younger sister.
Older? Like my younger sister could work an oven. She's only like 20. What are you talking about?
The new generation, you know.
Right.
Oh,
I'd be
fucking-
terrified if she said she could make me dinner. I would not be happy about it. Chris, I've been on this map for a long time. I would like to leave it.
I like to see
It's
your
coming, it's
creation.
No, I haven't done anything since the last session. Have you guys been on the Stormwind map? Yeah, this whole session. You
Yeah.
two.
I've been on Ironforge.
Ironforge, sorry.
I never got an iron.
Oh shit! It never moved to the.
There's so much space to draw on.
Oh, what?
That's why. That's why.
I missed all of this.
Could have just googled Ironforge
I
map.
really
and-
should put that in as a request with my pro stuff. Is like, hey,
When I move the map, you gotta say, Chris, you gotta move
I'm gonna
me.
draw a
yeah,
griffin.
it's just like I should seriously
Fuck's
ask
sake.
them. Hey,
No,
is
this
there
is the
any way
same map, Ian. No.
You can add a tool that prevents my players from drawing.
The griffin
That
kind
would
of looks like a
explode.
horse.
Okay,
I
now
would totally
before I
Then
move
nobody was
you-
Joltron anymore.
Before I move you to this, you guys have all played Hearthstone. You guys know what a
It's a
trog
carrying
is.
up. What's
Okay.
that?
Like
A trog.
Because like a trog,
Yeah.
like a tunnel trog. Okay, good. I couldn't
It's a
find
tunnel,
anything
it's on
remotely
one
close.
free.
I couldn't
But-
find anything remotely close to a trog, so I had to.
Do you like my griffin?
Alright,
though?
I'm gonna look at the
Okay.
picture of it so I know what it looks like because I don't play Hearthstone.
Do you like my griffin, Jack?
It's like
Okay.
fuck. What's it close? It's like a
I got
troll, I
I can
guess.
see a picture. Yeah,
depending-
sort of.
Okay, because I
Well,
couldn't
a
find
trog-
anything even close
A
to a
trog
trog.
isn't
so...
just like wow. A troglodyte is like a lot of fantasy.
Okay, good.
But they don't look like that.
They kind of
Just
look
so
like
you're
that.
aware. A normal troglodyte? No.
I mean, not
Google
bad. Which
troglodyte.
picture are you looking at? I would say tunnel trog from Hearthstone doesn't look that different from a normal trog, like a troglodyte.
Hmm.
I mean, they're both like humanoids that look kind of like weird, right? And like heavy. Pretty much same.
Okay, so you guys are traveling along the river when you round a bend in the kind of river valley, and Silas, who is leading the way.
The map's changed, Chris.
The map has not yet changed.
Does the music change, Chris?
First, the music will change if there's combat.
If that's combat. I started
I guess it
pulling
was
my
paused.
sniper.
Start putting on my playmail.
Round the corner,
Jack, are you better be wearing it?
when you see ahead of you a group of trogs sitting around, a group of tunnel trogs sitting around a campfire cooking fish.
Oh,
Okay, now tunnel trogs, what are they?
they're like trogs that live in tunnels.
But what are trogs? Like a trog's horde? Are they neutral? What are
Neutral.
they? Neutral.
Kind of
But are they
like
aggressive?
they are sentient, I think, but they're very aggressive usually.
They're not even sentient. No, that's
They have like, I mean they were fishing, so I guess like very smart.
Just can I roll something
animals.
to know what
They're
see
so
what it is about?
tiny and
Uh,
cute.
Trogs
Yeah.
have a distinctly Neanderthal look, low sloping forehead, thick skin covered with bristly black hairs,
They're
and
Welsh.
the long arms and bent spines of an ape.
So
They are
they're Welsh.
dull-witted and savage, but possess a ferocious cunning that makes them dangerous despite their lack of civilization. Trogs are related to dwarves, but if anything, the two races are distant cousins. Some legends say that both dwarves and trogs descended from the original earthen race left behind by the Titans after the world was shaped in ages past. While the dwarves evolved into the stocky creatures known today, the trogs retained a stronger connection to the stone from which they were made. For reasons not yet fully understood, the trogs' evolutionary path led them to their present state. Crude, stupid creatures only barely above the level of beasts.
Do they have weapons?
Yes, they have bone clubs.
That's not barely above level of beast. Like Stone Age, right?
Anyway, you catch sight of them, Silas, but they don't seem to. Jalan and Talia are still have not yet seen them and just walking along.
Oh, dude, that's a lot of trogs.
But you catch sight of them first, and they don't seem to have seen you.
Grenade!
Fireball.
What do you do? Bearing in mind that in a second, Charlan and Talia are about to walk around the corner.
Yeah, I quickly turn around and go.
Okay.
Silas quickly turns around and goes,
I turn on my aura of silence.
Okay, and then I kind of walk closer. I'm like next to you two, and I'm like, "There's a pack of trogs just about. I counted plants."
You're not getting picked up by your mic.
What?
It's okay.
That's how quiet I was. All right.
Well,
He said,
you
I
can-
counted lots.
I counted 8 around the
There you go.
corner. They do not seem to have noticed us.
Do I know if trogs are like straight up? Would we be able to communicate with them regularly?
you'd be very
Are
surprised.
they normally
Like,
aggressive?
It's
yeah.
more like if they saw us, they grab clubs and try to smash, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Are they nocturnal?
They are ugly, smelly, barbaric savages who are sooner killed than looked upon. Oh.
Like
Oh,
what is
sorry,
there?
Are they what?
Like nocturnal or like?
No, they're mostly cave dwelling though.
There is a cave
lots
right
of different-
Did
there.
I see the cave, Chris?
You did not see the cave.
Yeah.
But it's
Jack, we don't know there's a cave. We don't know.
I say,
Don't maybe get the dynamic lighting out.
yeah. Should we wait until they leave? Or... We might be here a while, but
Yeah,
would
that could be
avoid.
hours. I don't know if we have the time to spare. I mean, it's like day, right? Still, like we might have to wait till daytime, the night, and then we have to go cooling on, and then.
It's like the
Okay.
middle of the day. It's like midday.
So, honest question about, because obviously night elves in general, like in the Priestess of Elune, you'd have like an understanding and a love of nature and wildlife. These
Yeah.
wouldn't necessarily be considered wildlife though, because
No. Well,
On the
maybe.
edge.
I mean,
they're like
They are live, and they're-
that's why I'm saying like they kind of walk that line of, are they a sentient
are you
people?
they're sort of yeah. I mean, I guess.
But you're not
It depends
vegetarian.
on your personal feeling as a
No,
night
but
elf. Like you
like the
definitely
cycle
would
of
rather
life,
seek
you know.
peaceful resolutions to conflicts, but you could easily sort of view these as abominable creatures of the earth,
Yeah.
Barbarians.
whose existence is a blight on society.
Plus they're fishing.
You know, if you were sort of a Nazi elf.
Which
Yeah.
all elves are, really,
Which,
let's be honest.
Obviously,
Yeah.
night elf. I mean, makes sense. It's fine. Okay, I was just wondering since I don't know the lore as close.
Yeah.
Right, we could perhaps try to intimidate them. Not used to
Oh, I could.
creatures that can fight back.
The night we met, the tremors in the earth. I could do that. I think that was
Are you actually not wearing your armor, by the way?
I'm wearing chainmail, but not my plainmail. But I could go change if
Didn't you
we
leave
do
the
plan on
chainmail
fighting.
at the auction house in Stormwind?
No, I left my old sword and stuff. Oh, but the chainmail was mine. It wasn't part of the.
Oh, the chainmail
equipment.
was already yours. Okay.
Okay, maybe like, yes, we can definitely, I think we can try to intimidate them. It'd be nice if we could get past this without the risk of a fight, but I would say to have definitely weapons ready. And Talia, are you happy to fight in your current attire?
I'm looking down and say this was mostly for emergencies. I do not enjoy traveling in heavier armor, but
I understand.
give me a few minutes. And I kind of I don't know how long it takes to don armor. But
Probably
10
I mean,
minutes
that's
to get on plate mail.
10 minutes. If I help, does it go half?
Yes.
Right. Shall I go help? Alright.
I'm assuming it's gonna make some noise, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, we should back off like 50 meters or something.
Sure.
Yeah. So we do that.
Yeah, help her put on armor. Here's your shoes, you know, that kind of stuff.
Nice service, I like it.
I spit in the shoe, put it on her foot.
Your
Come on,
cup.
I can see you.
Yeah, I know. It's how we do things, you know. Isn't that not what the hell do?
It's lubricant.
Yeah, exactly. Get the shoe on easily.
Him and his fucking lubricant.
Right. And after, I guess you'll get down like, so, Shalane, you want to attempt intimidating them?
Sure.
Okay. I kind of get out my longbow and, like, you know, have arrow to hand and be like, we will be just around the corner. I don't know.
Okay, so everyone position their characters.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be like, what's line of sight?
Is there like
I want
a-
to be like this with my back against the wall so they can't see me, kind of thing. you know?
Okay, sure.
So like,
Okay,
I want
And
to
then
go
I'm gonna be
So you're just barely out of line of sight,
around
that's
the
fine.
corner.
Yeah.
Towards them.
Natalia, I don't know, you can be whatever you want. But yeah, and I
Okay.
have my longbow up in my hand.
You're pretty in the open out there, Shalane. Let me stick you.
Well, yeah, that's
like-
because
She's trying
Let
to
me stick you like.
she's
here.
trying to be seen.
There's no like hill around
You're
here.
trying to be seen?
I mean, so they have. What are they carrying with them? I guess I didn't ask that.
Fishing rods.
They're like wearing.
Loincloth.
I put it on this other monitor, didn't I? No, they're wearing basically rags and they're carrying bone clubs.
Surely no, they're not carrying it when they're fishing, right? They're like,
I mean, they have them lying around next to them.
Yeah.
They take their clubs. They haul the fish out of the water and they club it to death. That's how they-
What? That's so
Wow.
So you did raw, boys. And wriggling.
I still don't hear any music, by the way.
We haven't decided if it's going to be.
We can't have your general
combat.
music.
Okay, hang on, give me a second.
some Plaguelands music or some shit.
Are we in the Plaguelands yet?
No.
Then why would we have Plaguelands music?
Because we're not going to be here for very long, so I was being efficient. Elven Forest?
This is also what played in the Hinterlands, apparently, because I'm going from the original.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Alright.
This was pretty basic back then.
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
I think we have to cut down the amount of
Let me do some perception.
You're gonna alienate our viewers.
You want me to do stealth first, or no?
Yeah, go ahead and do stealth.
Ooh, you're stealthing.
Well, I'm just trying to get close enough that like I can actually affect right on them.
No, yeah. How far is it? 30 feet, yeah.
30 feet. So.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. So you want to get pretty close.
Yeah. Let's figure this out real quickly.
You go in the water and swim up.
I could. I'm not gonna.
No.
Oh, it's nighttime, right?
No, it's literally the middle of the day.
I figured with the fire, but yeah, my bad.
Yeah, that is just good.
But are there, is there like, from the mountainside, there's shades and stuff, right? So we have advantage for hiding?
No.
Shades.
It's fine.
No, but like, because we're night owls, in the shadow we get advantage.
It's true.
And then if you're really close against the mountain, you might not. I don't know what the mountains are like. Yeah.
And what the sun
What the
says.
sun is, who knows?
Yeah, look, you're in the valley. There's shadow.
In the valley.
You can use the shadows. You can have advantage.
Nice.
Hey.
It has helped. Okay. It's not all of them, the ones facing you.
They look so cute.
Against all
We have
logic,
one.
you make it within 30 feet of them without having to notice.
Yeah.
They're just very intently looking at the fish.
Yeah, it's
I
very
mean,
good
like, what,
fish.
30 feet is like to there. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're like sneaking along.
Yeah.
Like, basically, yeah, scraping your back.
It's part of the rock,
Uh-huh.
You make it to there without anyone
Okay.
noticing you.
All right, and then I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy, centered around the fire, and the ground starts shaking, harmlessly. It's not gonna like hurt them or damage them in any way.
Okay.
But it's
Wait.
Okay.
I may have noticed a flaw in our plan.
which is
If they think there's an earthquake happening, they're probably not gonna go back into the tunnel.
They immediately panic and start chittering and chatting to each other and sort of staring around wildly, although none of them spot Shallan. And
like looking, what's happening? What's happening?
Yeah, that's it. They start running around and tripping over themselves and falling over each other. And the net
Sure.
result is that 3 more trogs run out of the cave.
This is what I see. Like,
More XP.
get out of
Good
them.
work.
Okay.
And they all kind of mill about,
Yeah.
jabbering and wondering what to do.